Afternoon. Today is slightly different. I am on an invitation camp, shall I say. I've been invited by a couple of guys to come and do a camp with them. I can't say where it is. It's their secret location, let's put it that way. Currently parked up in a little village car park, and it's a little bit of a hike to where we're camping. And today so far is the warmest day of the year. It's now about 1:30 in the afternoon and it's 26 degrees. This camp's walk is going to be fun to the camp. It's all uphill as well. That'll test the fitness a little bit, but I'm looking forward to it. All I can say is we're in North Kent. We'll just say that. So I won't be doing any more filming until we're actually on site and, you know, sort of on location, just to keep it secret squirrel. I wouldn't want to spoil it for them. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Right, we're back and we are set up. Well, almost set up. We're just getting organised and we're in location. As you can see, got the XL hung up. No need for a tarp tonight. It's going to be nice and dry. And if I spin you round this way, we have here Keith, Southeast Woodsman. You can find him on Facebook. And there's Roy, otherwise known as the Scarecrow Outdoors. You can also find him on Facebook, so go and check those guys out. I'll do a little bit more filming in a minute when we're a bit more organised, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello and show you who I'm with. Right, we've got a Swedish fire torch just been lit, seems to be going well to start with, and a very interesting little stand at the side there. Let me zoom slightly. It's one of those cast iron ones for a bit of cooking over the fire later. That should work well in this very nice location. I'll tilt you up a little bit here. And like I say, I can't tell you where it is. Right, there's my setup. No point in me going through that. You know what I use. No tarp tonight though. It's pretty near guaranteed to be dry, so it'll be nice. Bit of fresh air as well, because it is quite sticky. It was definitely a hammock area, because I don't know whether it comes across on film. I'll look through the trees that way. I sort of square. That's the camera level. You can see how the ground runs off to the right. We're on a bank, so it's definitely a hammock area. Here's Keith's, where it says Real Tree Edge. That's what that is. You see the Real Tree camo. He's quite a cool camo, that is. I've seen it on clothing, but you get a better impression of it, you know, on a big piece of fabric like that. Also, very fancy setup. A little short whoopee sling, tree straps, like that. And Roy's over here, again, of course, in a hammock. Which hammock is it? Knapsack's hammock, isn't it? Yeah, pocket hammock. I couldn't believe it when he showed me. I mean, that's obviously, as you can see from here, it's a full-size hammock. If I show you this end, this little pocket here, which is, you know, size of my hand, the whole hammock and the straps all go in that. Ridiculously small. I couldn't believe it. So small, tiny little thing. Very impressed with that. How small that packs. Brilliant. It really makes my hammock up there look like a real fat bugger, doesn't it? Never mind, I like the room. As you can see, just up through there, we've got the Swedish fire torch burning, and that's where the proper fire will be later cooking. That'll be the living area, because it's one of the only sort of flat spots. Otherwise you're constantly falling out your chair. But it's quite a nice spot. It's more open, traditional woodland up towards the rise there. But down that way it gets quite dense. But it also gets much steeper. But apparently there's quite a few deer in here, badgers. Yeah, might see some wildlife later, who knows. But all in all, a nice spot. I don't know whether it's coming over on this or not. You can just about hear the hum of the traffic in the background. But you know, that's the same everywhere in the southeast. It's so rare to go anywhere where you can't get away from that slight traffic hum. It's always there. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't spoil the spot. Right. Back up there. Finish my coffee. Just had the traditional wander away from camp just to see how it looks at a distance. Where we set up with the fire is actually centre of shot there, right behind that tree, so it's not really noticeable. Can't see my hammock. I can just about, whether you'll see it or not, make out Roy, where's my finger there, make out Roy's hammock through there, but that's only because the sun's shining directly on it. So we're yeah, we're fine there. The nearest place that the public should be is up over that rise. There's a public footpath running left to right as we're looking now, but the other side of that rise. So unless someone comes off the path, we won't be disturbed, I don't think, here. Nice little area. It's actually very nice getting underneath these trees because that is so hot out in that sun. As you can see, the sun's going down now. It's about 8:45, but it's settling in to be a beautiful evening. I've just checked, it's 23 degrees. Still very mild, very nice. I don't think there's going to be any need for too much insulation in the hammock tonight. It's going to be a good night. It's very clear, so the temperature might drop a little bit, but I think when I checked yesterday, there was talking about sort of 15 degrees overnight, so it's going to be very pleasant, especially without having the tarp over the top, open to the elements, as it were, so you can lay there, look up, and just look at the trees when you're laying in bed. Very nice indeed. Well, welcome to us campsite, as it were, in front of the fire. Very skillfully created by my two friends here. I must say I'm feeling a little bit spoilt. I haven't had to do a great deal. Makes, you know, it's very pleasant, very nice, and thank you guys for inviting me along.
Welcome.
I'm sure I did it in the introduction bit, but just to be clear, Keith, Southeast Woodsman. You can find him on Facebook, Southeast Woodsman. Have a look for that. And Roy, otherwise known as Scarecrow Outdoors, got his own group on Facebook. You'll find him also. They've both been friends of mine for quite a long time, but obviously living a distance apart, I've met up with Keith a couple of times, but never camped with him, so this is the first. I've camped with you, Roy, haven't I? Twice, I think. Twice, yeah. Yeah, on a couple of occasions, but you know, very infrequently, purely because of, you know, distance restraints. But yeah, nice to be here with the pair of you. Have a nice, pleasant evening, and you must come and do a camp down with me at some point.
Yeah.
In my neck of the woods, literally. So
Jumping Black Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice relaxing camp this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been looking forward to this. It's been good. I mean, we've talked about doing a camp for ages and ages, haven't we? But it's just getting everything
Yeah.
Everything organised and a weekend that we can all do, and lockdown not getting in the way and all that old rubbish. So
I think that's what happened last time when we spoke about doing a camp.
yeah,
We went
yeah,
into lockdown.
yeah, and we couldn't do it. So it's finally happened after
Yeah.
all this time, which is nice.
And we've got the weather for it.
And the perfect weather. Apart from it's almost too hot walking in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another story which wasn't on camera because I didn't want to give away the location, and I didn't want to give away pictures of us sweating like well, sweaty things. So yes, should we just say it was an interesting walk in, and we all got rather warm. So yeah, good though, enjoyed it.
It's nice now.
Yeah, now we're here,
Now.
chilled out, and going to be a nice evening. Catch up in a bit. Yes, it's got to that time of the evening. It's time for the next course. The steak is over the fire. Well, that was a very nice dinner cooked by Mr. Southeast Woodsman. New potatoes and steak. Very much enjoyed that. And now I'm going to wash it down slightly. Haven't done much filming. Again, too busy having a good time and a bit of a natter than doing much filming. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? But I'll do a bit more later, I promise. Cheers. And finally, the chef gets to eat after feeding his guests. Is it good, Keith?
Bloody lovely.
Good.
3 cheers for the chef.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after how ours was, I had no doubt that yours would be nice too. Plus, you had to smell ours cooking while cooking, so you're probably ready for yours by now. Right, welcome back. God Christ, that light's bright right in my eyes. It is 25 to 1 in the Big Brother house, or the Big Brother wood. We are all fed, we are all watered. I was half thinking about going to sleep, and then Roy stoked up the fire, so we might be here for a bit. So no more filming tonight, apart from I'll do a little bit when I go to bed. See you shortly. Right, it's bedtime. I'm in the hammock, and so are the other two guys. Not in mine, obviously, in their own hammocks. It's 1:15. It's well overdue for a nap for all of us. Been a very pleasant evening though. Nice location. I've never been here before. Yeah, would have no problems coming back again. But both the guys at some point are going to come down my way and camp with me in my woodland, so that'd be nice too. Yeah, very pleasant evening. I've got in the sleeping bag, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to stay in it because it's quite mild. I might overheat. We'll see. I can always unzip it. But yeah, that's me from a late night in the woodland. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and it is, as far as the weather is concerned. I had a rubbish night's sleep, but you know, I think I was just too hot. It was such a mild night. I was really, really warm. So yeah, not a great amount of sleep. I was comfortable, but just a bit hot. Never mind. I can always catch up later. But now, this is priority. Breakfast courtesy of Roy. Squish that in there. Okay, I've packed away and we're ready to go. We're all packed and tidy. So thank you to Keith.
Cheers, guys. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you to Roy for inviting me. It was a very pleasant evening. We had a lot of fun, a lot of giggles. And as per normal, I didn't film much because we were too busy talking and eating and occasionally drinking. But we'll keep that to ourselves. So thanks for watching. Yeah, it's time to walk out. I'll see you on the next one.